Hi, and welcome to British Dad Reacts. My name is John, and thank you so much for watching. And if you like this kind of content, the usual. The visual you can see on the screen, Joy Division, is the name of the band, and the song is called At a Later Date. However, that is slightly misleading, and I'll explain that later. And also, a lot of people review, react, share Joy Division music. And I think one of the areas that's not really addressed with Joy Division are their beginnings. And having been a fan of Joy Division and New Order for as long as, well, since they came around and started, I want to try and start my story of Joy Division by reviewing a number of their songs, but go back to the beginning. Now, before I play the track, I want to read the lyrics to this song. So, why must we be put down when we try to get away? Why must we all grow up when we could just play and play? Good things in life are free. Can't buy everything, that's true. Only one thing wrong with that. What I don't buy, I don't use. Only thing I'm thinking of is why we are all here. There must be more to do at nights than drinking rotten beer. The world's a very shady place, and you can't trust a soul. Grin and bear it seems the thing when it just gets a hold. At a later date, I come out of fright. At a later date, I hope that you're all right. Human beings are dangerous, and they call me in the dark. But everything gets twice as cold in marching for a lark. There's lots of things I'd like to do if I could find a time. Working really tires me, and I think I'll turn to crime. At a later date, I come out as soon. At a later date, before we hit the moon. I just can't be bothered to make an effort here at all. People make your paying contributions all too small. I just can't be bothered to make an effort here at all. People make your paying contributions all too small. At a later date, I'll be awful great. At a later date, someone somewhere blew it. So probably for a lot of people who've listened to Joy Division, this will almost be an anathema to them, in that it's not deep, depressing, melancholy lyrics and a sort of bass-driven background to move it all along. Now, I said at the beginning that it was slightly wrong to say this was Joy Division, because initially the band were called Warsaw. And it was only later that they changed their name to Joy Division. And the story of how they formed, I think, really informs this song. Peter Hook and Bernard Sumner, the bassist and the rhythm stroke lead guitar and later vocalist for New Order, were school friends, and they both separately went to see the Sex Pistols play live in Manchester in 1976. And afterwards they got together and decided they could form a band. That punk aesthetic and punk influence was driving them. And that's very clear in this song. Although for me, I think they are more accomplished with this particular track. And this is a live recording from October 1977 at the now long forgotten Electric Circus, which was a venue for gigs in Manchester. I've put the link to the description of this live recording underneath. And Warsaw eventually changed their name to Joy Division. And that wasn't without its complications, because some of the imagery that was used on their early work, and if you look up, if I can find it up here, one of their first EPs, Warsaw, the sort of imagery of the Nazis. And Joy Division, the term was taken from a book called House of Dolls, which was about the group of women that the Nazis kept as kind of sex slaves. They were called the Joy Division. The other thing at the beginning of this recording, which is recorded live, as I said, Bernard Sumner shouts out, "Have you all forgotten Rudolf Hess, the famous Nazi?" So they got accused of things, and I think in many ways they then taunted people by saying things like, "Have you all forgot Rudolf Hess?" I don't think they were Nazi sympathizers at all. And I don't really think there was any evidence to support that. So it's interesting to see how Joy Division started and the kind of music that influenced them and the kind of music they were producing right at the beginning before they met Martin Hannett as the producer of their albums, 2 albums, and some of the singles. This was pre-Martin Hannett, when they were producing a lot of their own material and working with other kind of punk bands like the Buzzcocks who were helping to promote them. Joy Division obviously progressed and became one of the most influential post-punk bands. And I think for a number of reasons. And in the future we will review Joy Division. But I wanted to start where they started. Thank you so much